All right, we're at Villa del Palmar, Cancun. This is a studio that we have here. This is actually room 3102B. They've just done some updates to this hotel. It looks nice. Love the little sitting area. The bathroom is nice. Everything's nice and clean. King size bed here. Big open room. Flat screen TV. And then out to the balcony. Tiny's taking advantage of the hammock that's out on the balcony. Got a table and chairs. And this room is almost oceanfront. The ocean is just behind those trees there. So quite nice. Yeah, I like it. Very nice room. All right. Okay, so now that we've been in the studio room a few days, I thought I'd give just a little bit of feedback. Not like complaining crazy, but just to let everybody know. The first thing that I wanted to mention is usually when you're in a room like this, you might want to make yourself some drinks. So they've given you a little drink station. That's nice. They've actually given you some glassware, some of the stuff we bought, so don't mind that. And they give you a little ice bucket. However, that is one thing you can't get easily is ice because there's not an ice machine on every floor. You either have to call room service and they will bring it to you, which is nice, or you have to go down to the bar and get them to fill this up. So that's just it's kind of a thing. Coffee situation. So there's two spots in the hotel to go get coffee, the buffet or Legends out front in the lounge. That's complimentary if you're not on AI. But if you do want to make coffee in the morning, there's just these little basically got an espresso machine with 4 little pods. I imagine they're all different flavors. We haven't tried them, and obviously there's no real cream or anything, so that's another little thing. Now, if you see all these beverages that I have up here, you're wondering what all the beer is doing out. They don't have a kitchenette in the studios anymore, so I've been using this little bar fridge. Now, the bar fridge comes stocked with drinks from them. And if you're AI, those are complimentary, of course, with your AI. But if you're not, they're going to charge you for every one you have. So we took a bunch out, and you can see we bought a carrot cake and we put the leftovers in there. We've just been kind of using this as our own personal little fridge. But yeah, then the other thing that we kind of noticed is just a couple things about the room. So you do have a full length mirror right here, but it's the only one and it's kind of cramped up by the entry. There isn't another full length mirror in the room anywhere. And this is a king size bed. And in this room, there's a big open area that's just been left empty here, which they could have put more mirrors or art or another piece of furniture or whatever. So I just felt like that was a little lacking. Now, we do have a nightstand here. And even though I've got a box of things plugged in it, those do have USB and USB-C, which is nice. This room also does have the ability to open and close your shades by just touch of a button here. So if we press this, our blackout curtains will just close, and that's pretty nice. You do find that in nicer hotels, nicer resorts. However, the nightstand's great, and I got 2 drawers for putting things in. Nothing on the other side. Now, I don't know if all studios are like this or just the one I happen to get, but just something I wanted to point out is I don't know why they just did one nightstand. Again, on this side, you again do have the USB and USB-C charging ports as well as the plugins and lots of plugins. Love that. Thanks for all the plugins. Speaking of plugins, this area here, there is a plugin right here. So that's nice. You can use that as a charging area. We've been charging stuff all over the place. The other thing I want to mention is trash cans. So typically they usually have a trash can. Usually it's like under the desk or whatnot. There's only one in the bathroom. At the end of the world, we can use that trash can too. It's just kind of odd that there was no other trash can. There is an iron and an ironing board in there, which I did use. So that was kind of nice. And then out here on the patio. So we do have this wonderful hammock. I love that they have the hammock. It's cool. However, it did eat up all the space. So if you're not using the hammock all the time and you're using this, it kind of just pinches you into the corner. We have to kind of sit your head on the one edge of the hammock. Just kind of hard to push the chairs in and out. Just not the greatest use of space over here. So it's one of those things. Again, this is studio. Some of these things, if you are AI or if you're in a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, you're not going to have some of these problems. But I just wanted to give a little feedback on some of that information. Yeah, the only other thing I wanted to show you is in the bathroom. So the tub, little bit shallow if you are having a bath. Not the greatest for that. The shower itself, a little bit of old fixtures and plumbing. So I guess they did just redo these. Maybe they didn't quite redo that. And it's worked okay. Again, it's just not, it's tiny things, guys, tiny. Other than that, that's the information I have today. Thanks for watching the video.